the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now Sacramento starting 5. The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Ellis is out there with Levine, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. Now here's Murray. 6 on the shot clock. That misses off the backboard.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Sharp, the pass to Avdia. From past the arc. Rebound by the Kings.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Levine inside the three-point line. Good as the jump shot falls. Levine's got the game going here with the first basket for the Kings. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Earlier, I spoke with Chauncey Billups. We talked about tackling the quote-unquote Sabonis problem. Coach said, we want to challenge Sabonis as early and often as possible. We'd rather see him pass the ball than find his own shot, and especially inside. Well, they'll try to battle Demarcus in the paint. We'll see how that works out. Back to you.
Thank you, David. You know, Stan, as productive as Zach LaVine has been, you get the sense he wants to compete for titles. He wants more than just the individual stuff.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, at this point in his career, it just hasn't all worked for the teams he's been on yet, but he's still got some time to figure it out.
Yeah, he does. Now, here's Sabonis. Over Ayton. Outside for Murray. Tries again. And he nails the jumper.
Well, nice to see Murray expanding his arsenal a little. Some versatility in his shooting will serve him well.
Ayton wide open. Rebound by Murray.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Shoots over Simon. Kicks it out to Ellis. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Trailblazers. There's the lob to Avdia. Stolen by Ellis. Murray right side. The 3. Again, the miss by Murray. Trailblazers trail by 4 and taken away by Ellis. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that, and it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Now, here's Ayton. Over Sabonis. And it's Ayton missing. And here now the Kings. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Outside, Levine. Tries the spin move. The fadeaway. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Levine's got 7.
What helps Levine from mid-range? He gets such great lift off the floor.
Pass to Sharp. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside for Murray. Outside DeRozan. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Simons, the pass to Avdia. Buries it from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Ellis. Shoots over Simon. Ellis can't get it to go.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Grant gets a wide open look. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Murray's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now Murray, following the miss by DeAndre Ayton from deep. Another three for Sacramento.
I like Murray's mechanics on that jump shot. Simple, in rhythm, smooth, steady release.
Avdia can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Sabonis' screen on Ayton. Here's Levine. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Sacramento. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Kings here, they've been really putting on a show, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You can tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Sabonis is out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Carter. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. Just 5 to shoot. Deep 2 from Thibault. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that one scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Nice shot by Klingon.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Sabonis kicks to Carter. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And they're moving it up. Grant for 3. Monk grabs the board. Kings leading now by 11. Arabia passes to Sabonis. That 3 off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Klingon's shot is off. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Led by as many as 14 points. Pass to LaRavia. At the top of the key, Sabonis. The 3 bangs home the trifecta. Sabonis has got the lead up to 14 now for Sacramento.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Henderson kicks to Thibault. Hits it from three-point range. Thibault's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Fires for 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Traps in the tray. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Stan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Pass to Sabonis. Over Klingon. Rebounded by Kamare. Trailblazers trail by 14. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Kings. Sabonis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Carter looking around. Lyles with the screen. Left side, Sabonis. Here's LaRavia. Misses the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Klingon. Portland again missing. Sacramento leading by 14. Carter the pass to Lyles. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Launches it. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lyles with it. Klingon defending. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the 3-pointer. Laravia's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Kings.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Monk outside. And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
11 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Levine. DeRozan with a screen for Levine. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Sacramento out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
We've got Avdia sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jump ball.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA. Confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, DA. Thank you so much. And Simons has it in the corner. Avdia, a screen on Ellis. And it's Simons missing.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Levine against Sharp. And stolen by Sharp. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Avdia gets the bucket.
Oh, good pass right there from Sharp. These types of plays really help team chemistry.
Murray, a screen on Sharp. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Ayton, the pass to Simons. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Sharp.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Out to DeRozan. There's the 3. Avdia with the rebound. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And how about the confidence to pull up from out there, and what skill to knock it down?
Here's Avdia. And he can't answer back the 3-pointer offline. And so Ellis will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Three-pointer. Avdia with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 11.
Kings foul.
A different look now for Portland. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Shaden Sharp. And Scoot Henderson subbed in for Anthony Simons. The Kings also at the sub. Monks checked in for Ellis. He was all alone on that one. Henderson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Sabonis sets the big for Monk. Down low. DeRozan on the wing. He's covered by Grant. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the corner. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Kamara. Guarded by Levine. Pass to Henderson. Avdia, a screen on Monk. For 3, Henderson. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis feeling it out a bit. In the corner, it's Levine. Beyond the arc. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got 3 assists now in this one. To the middle. Pass to Kamara. From outside the arc. Rebound by Murray. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Sabonis a screen on Henderson. Here's Monk. Kick out to Levine. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Stop the run. And Avdia, the bucket on the assist by Grant. Avdia's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for Portland. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the King. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Sacramento, Ellis is out there with Monk. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's LaRavia in at the power forward. Valanciunas dishes to Monk. Fires away from outside. He can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 13. Over to the wing. Wide open look here for Klingon. Good on the triple.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Grant against Levine. And Scoot Henderson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here.
On the floor for your trail.
Here's Levine. In the corner, it's Monk. Valanciunas sets a screen for Monk. Clock at 4. There's the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. Here's Rupert. On the wing, Williams. Goes back up. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Williams has got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers. Sacramento's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Valanciunas. Valanciunas sets a screen for Ellis. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Walker in the corner. Fires from deep. And it's LaRavia with the rebound. LaRavia's got his 4th rebound in this one. Valanciunas with a screen on Walker. On the wing, Monk. Sacramento again missing. Trailblazers trail by 8. Pass to Williams. Here's Klingon. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Cranes the 3-pointer.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
To the wing right side. Moravia.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbound. That's about as good as it gets from out of bounds.
That bucket in no time at all.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Kick out to Levine. Just 5 on the clock. The Trailblazers pull it in. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Sharp finds Simons. Left side, Avdia. Back to Simons. Ayton sets the pick for Simons. Sharp on the wing. Here's the 3. Rebound collected by Levine.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
The kick out to Sabonis. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Here's Avdia. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
They got to keep looking for fast break scores to even this game up.
Murray sets a screen for Ellis. Pass to Murray. For 3, Levine. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
And Simons has it in the corner. This one for 3. No good. Shot missing. So it's Sacramento picking up the win. All right, David.
pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Moody, and it's Butler in at the 3. And here are the Warriors now. Pass to Curry, the 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
There's Simons with a 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. About a minute into this first quarter, and can't get it. He's now 1 of 3.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Outside, Green. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Kamari. For Portland, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's the pick. That 3's off the mark. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Chauncey Billups. We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, the fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Curry. No good on the 3. Abdia outside. Pass to Aiden. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. The Warriors have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And here's Curry for 3. And Aiden pulls it down. Portland has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Sharp finds Abdia. And that misses. That would have put him up. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. Moody from outside. The shot that time not on target. Pass to Sharp. Jacks up a 3. The Warriors pull it in.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Simons. Lets it fly. And he nails the jumper.
Yeah, maybe not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results. Okay.
Out left to the wing. From downtown. Portland again missing. The Warriors leading. Curry surveys. Nails it from 3. Curry's got 6 points.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Well, Richard, with the relocations and the floor he covers, Curry is still an anomaly with his conditioning.
Oh, he's got an off-season program that would make other NBA stars tap out, including myself. His conditioning is amongst the best of all time. It wears on you as a defender.
Moody, good.
An absolute superb facilitator because Curry is such a lights-out shooter, it opens up passing lanes for him.
Pass to Simons. Shoots. Can't nail the jumper.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Now here's Curry. He's got 6. Puts up a 3. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Simons. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Give him 8 points now.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. Portland shooting their first foul shot of the night. Portland trailing here. Henderson with it. Healed against Simons. Launches it. Counted from distance. Now Curry puts up a deep three. No good on the buzzer beater. Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for Portland. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, you have to imagine they're feeling pretty confident the way things have gone.
But they can't afford to get complacent because of the early success. There is still a lot of basketball to be played.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton second, and it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 down low. The Warriors trailing. Here's Payton. And a miss there on the triple. Well, the Trailblazers shooting only 36% so far in this game. To the left side wing. Here's Kamari. The three-pointer off the mark.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
It's stolen by Thibault. The three is up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. They get the rebound. The Trailblazers have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. And here's Grant from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry with it, picked up by Grant. Curry passes to Kuminga. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
3.
Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's a fantastic decision by Curry. Defense too focused in on Steph.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Here's Hield. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Curry passes to Hield. From deep. Rebounded by Kamari. Now Portland with it. In the second quarter, held scoreless. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. There's a screen, and here's Kuminga for 3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And here's Grant from the arc. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
Knocked away. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. Portland making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Payton. Curry against Henderson. Pass to Looney. Lets it go from deep. He buries it from 3. Looney's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And it's Thibault missing. Now the Warriors with it. 9 points in a row. A good run going. The 3 is up. The offensive rebound. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. It's a one-on-one situation. Williams passes to Graham. It's stolen by Kuminga. Curry with it. Henderson picks him up. It's stolen by Henderson. For 3, Klingon. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. The Warriors lead by 8. And here's Curry for 3. His 6th miss of the game. Just 2 for 8 now. Well, Portland's shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Pass to Henderson. Grant with a screen on Curry. Outside, Williams. Here's Thibault. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
First team foul.
So Portland ends up going with a new group. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Butler comes in for Curry. Outside Sharp. Here he goes. Pass to Kamare. Fires for three. Portland again missing.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Blazers trail by 8. It's stolen by Looney. Oh, he drains the three, and he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. Pajemski's checked in for Heald. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Now Portland with it. No points yet here in the second quarter for him.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum.
.27 seconds left in the second period. Avdia from outside drops in the three. Avdia's gotten his second bucket on the night. The Warriors lead by 8. And there's the screen. Outside Moody. Let's go with a three. Good. And Butler gets the assist.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Outside Pajemski. Moody from outside. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Golden State Warriors finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be back in a moment. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You look at Anthony Simons. He's been playing really well.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
We've got Denny Avdia, Shaden Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the three. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. RJ displaying at a faster pace, work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Blazers trail by 7. Avdia finds Ayton. Three-pointer Sharp. Looney grabs a miss. The Warriors shooting 34% thus far in this game. Moody from outside, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his 6th assist of the night.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
And it's Simons missing. The Warriors lead by 10. Outside Moody. Pass to Looney. Got a hand on it, and he stays with it. Back to Moody. Looney, high post. 6 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Outside, Green takes a three, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Curry against Simons. Out to the right wing. Here's Kamare. Butler covering. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Simons. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Golden State. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Man, that one's good. Sharp.
Showing off some playmaking abilities with the pick and roll. I know Coach likes seeing this from Sharp.
Curry against Simons. Green for 3. Offensive rebound. It's stolen away. Three-pointer Sharp. Rebounded by Green. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. 10-point lead. Pass to Green. And there's a pick. Offline with a 3. The Trailblazers have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Optia from outside. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Beyond the arc. And there's Curry on the assist from Green. Curry's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now here's Curry. This is the most they've led, 13 points. The shot by Butler, no good. Sharp passes to Simons. The 3. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Well, he's still battling, doing everything possible to keep them in this game.
Butler, a screen on Simons. Curry passes to Butler from behind the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Fires the 3. Sharp finds Simons. 4-3. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Moody on the wing. From the arc. Portland with a rebound. Hayden's got rebound number 7 tonight. Optia from outside gets the 3 to fall. Optia's got 9 points.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Jimmy Buckets with the tray.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses.
Curry, that's good.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Kamari, no good.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Pass to Looney. They set the screen. 3-pointer. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And here at the end of the 3rd, it's a double-digit ball game. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for Golden State to start the 4th. Curry and Heel to the sharp shooting backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Trace Jackson-Davis, and it's Payton in at the small forward. The Warriors lead by 16. A deep 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight from deep 3-point land. Again, the miss by Portland. The Warriors shooting 40% from the field in this one. Outside Heel. Back to Curry. This one for 3. Williams grabs the board. For Portland, they've gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Grant's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Payton with a screen on Henderson. They grab their own miss. Curry passes to Kuminga. Misses the 3. Blazers trail by 16. Here's Thibault. Off the mark there with a 3. Golden State has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Curry with it. Thibault picks him up. Here's Payton. From outside, off the mark. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the 4th. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Peyton's shot is good. Peyton's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Curry from deep three-point land. And it's Portland with a rebound. Klingen's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Thibault. Sends it home from three-point land. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Shot is up. Curry's shot is off. Blazers trail by 16. Ahead. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. For 3, Klingen. Another 3 for Portland.
So he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Pass to Heel. There's a screen by Kuminga. Back to Curry. 1:49 left to play in the 4th quarter. And there's Kuminga. That one's good on the assist by Curry.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
The 3 from Curry. Thibault with the board.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
So it's the Warriors now. After the basket by Portland. 4-3, Stephen Curry.
Boy, that's unfair. Curry hitting those pull-ups.
Henderson finds Grant. Here's Thibault. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Thibault's got just 2 of 8 to find the net from deep.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Warriors.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Stephen Curry.
He was just dropping dimes left and right out there. Any opening that the D provided, he exploited it and found his teammates.
Now here's Heel. Here's the 3. Williams grabs the board. 16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Thibault. Again, the miss by Portland. From deep three-point range, Portland with a rebound. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. They have to feel good about this performance.
thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Curry is out there with Moses Moody. And it's Butler in at the small forward.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Screen by Sabonis. On the wing, Murray. Launches it from deep. Shot clock at 5. From deep. Sabonis, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Curry outside. Sabonis grabs the board.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Butler is screen on Ellis. Curry against Ellis. It's up a 3. And Stephen Curry gets the 3. Curry's got 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And here is Curry after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. It's Curry with the drive. There's so many years in the NBA. You would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age, you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
From the arc. It's hauled in by the Kings. Murray, the pass to Sabonis. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Draymond Green picks up the foul.
First personal.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Ellis. Sabonis' screen on Curry. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, DeRozan. Defended by Butler.
Well, he's not going to let any shot go uncontested. Jimmy Butler trying to get his teammates to do the same on defense.
Pass to Curry. Goes up on the wing. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 10 points for him.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal.
Now Green after Zach LaVine missed from long range. And it's Green missing. It's stolen by Curry. Right side Green. Outside Butler.
2 minutes remaining.
Fires the 3. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. The Kings trail by 7. Ellis surveying the D. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And taken away by Ellis. For 3, LaVine. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Warriors leading by 4. Now the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better. So the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
And here is Curry, following the three-pointer by DeMar DeRozan. The kick outside to Butler. The tray. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, retaliation there as Butler's competitiveness flaring up as he answers from the arc.
Ellis, the pass to Sabonis. The 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, They're both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
On the wing, Levine. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sabonis sets the big for Levine. It's up a 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
The kick outside to Butler. Shoots over DeRozan. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Warriors.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Well, I like that they've also emphasized the three-point line. It's a big difference maker.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Kuminga out there with Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Payton in at the 3. And a deep three from Curry. They grab their own miss. Payton finds Curry. Hield outside. 5 on the clock. Hield with a screen on Monk. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Brent, Domantas Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post and dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense, using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking 5s that we have in the NBA.
Hield can't hit. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Lyles. Sabonis, the pass to LaRavia. No good from outside. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Payton up top. It's stolen by Monk. Now here's Monk, the fast break chance. Outside, Sabonis. Back to Monk. 3-pointer. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
You know, you got to admire the range that this guy has. Monk just no fear when he pulls up from deep.
Curry setting the pick for Hield. 4-on-3 break. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Another 3 for Sacramento. And an important part of every team's game. We'll look at the hustle stats for the Kings.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals and transition.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal, and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
And here are the Warriors now. Sacramento able to drain the 3.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Warriors trail by 8. Out to Payton. Golden State moving the ball around. A 3-pointer is right on target. Hield's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Warriors. The Kings have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Lyles a screen on Hield. Out to the right wing. Kuminga against White. There's LaRavia. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Payton kicks to Kuminga. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Moravia passes to Sabonis. This one for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Kuminga sends a screen for Payton. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Now the Kings with it. They're on a 15-6 run. In the corner, it's Monk. From outside the arc. That shot misses. Sabonis with the steal. Lets it go with the three. And Malik Monk hits the three. Monk's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Kings ahead. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shots.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Levine is out there with Ellis. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Butler kicks to Curry. Pass to Looney. Shot clock at 6.
In the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Sabonis, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Curry. Butler at the elbow. Back to Curry. Here's Moody. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Outside, Levine. Brett, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Butler. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. In the corner, Moody with it. Levine deciding where to go with it. On the wing, Murray. Screen by Sabonis. Beyond the arc. Hands it from downtown. Sabonis has got 6.
Boy, it really helps to capitalize on possessions like that. Sabonis under control.
Here's Green. Pass to Moody. Curry on the wing. Here's the screen. Back to Moody. Jacks up a 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Ellis outside. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. No good on the triple.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
The Warriors trade. Here's Moody. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Murray, good.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray's showing he's a capable shooter.
In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus. But this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break. He had a nice open look right there. 6 points for him.
Such a dogged defender as Butler's instincts right there get him the steal.
Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. Pass to Sabonis. From the arc. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here is Curry. Butler sets a screen for Curry. Back to Butler. Here's Looney. Outside Butler. Pulls up on the wing. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the inside. Back to Ellis. Pass to Sabonis. Outside Levine. Over Moody. Again, the miss by the Kings. Three-quarters of play in a close game here. Warriors lead by 1.
Hey, fans!
3:10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The Warriors leading on the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Kuminga out there with Payton. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. Levine against Payton. Levine pitched to Valanciunas. And stolen by Payton. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
Kings ball.
The Kings shooting just 34% from the floor. The shot by Monk is no good. And for the Warriors, they're shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. There's the pick. Here's Kuminga. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
Pass to LaRavia. A 3-ball. Drills it from outside.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Post. From past the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Monk with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. And here's Ellis for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's pretty much not how they would defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Payton dishes to Curry. Out to Payton. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Sacramento's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Right wing. Here's LaRavia. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Looney. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. And here's Ellis for 3. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. To take the lead, knocks down the 3-ball. Ellis has got 6 in the quarter. And breakdown here, guys. The hustle stat for Sacramento.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Curry can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggle continues.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Murray is screen on Curry. Ellis the pass to Levine. 5 to shoot. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Butler finds Green. To end the drought. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
Ellis wide open. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him.
DeRozan scanning the floor. There's the 3. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Shoots the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Ellis right side. Back to DeRozan. Green against Levine. Sabonis kicks to Levine. Sabonis sets the pick for Levine. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Kings lead by 6.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the 3-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that. Now, this team trusts everybody, and this time the trust was in Draymond Green.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Levine inside the 3-point line.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
So the Kings win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves. All right, David, thanks so much.
of the crowd.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Here's the starting group for Portland. Denny Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 3 slot. Now here's Sabonis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Levine for 3. Avdia pulls it in. Levine against Sharpe. Avdia, screen on DeRozan. Connects from downtown.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharpe with tremendous upside to his game.
Here's DeRozan. Portland with a rebound. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick. Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Now here's Avdia. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Sabonis. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Yeah, I was able to talk to Sacramento's head coach. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. So it's Sacramento now. The Blazers making their last shot. And here's Sabonis outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Simons passes to Sharpe. Back to Simons. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Levine.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Fires in the triple.
Nice ball movement. Good job by Murray to recognize the situation and create the wide open look.
Outside Sharpe. Ayton against Sabonis. Nice D from Sabonis.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Launches a 3. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And stolen by Murray. Levine with it. Now Sharpe defending. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Will grant the Kings one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
That puts them in the lead.
And just phenomenal at reading defenses. Levine understands when to shoot and when to pass in pick and rolls.
Pass to Sharpe. Simons, a screen on Levine. Three-pointer Sharpe. Portland, no good that time either. And it's Sacramento's ball. They're rolling here. 9 unanswered. Ayton against Sabonis. Back to Murray. Poke loose. Outside Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Over Sharpe. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Levine's got 5 now.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Avdia from outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
On the wing, Levine. Guarded by Sharpe. DeRozan for 3. Simons with a rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Avdia from outside. Another 3 for Portland.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Here's Ellis. He's covered by Simons. For three. And DeRozan gets it to go on the assist by Levine. And here's Simons. That'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. It's all tied in Sacramento. And we'll be back. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And guys, for the Kings, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
On the court right now for Portland. Clingan out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamari in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, in the spring of 2024, a remarkable streak ended. Domantas Sabonis had recorded 61 consecutive double-doubles.
Yeah, it was the longest streak since the merger back in 1976. Now, Sabonis has led the NBA in rebounding multiple years. Plus, he has averaged 8 assists in a season, so that is big-time production.
Henderson for three. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Monk against Thybulle. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Laravia. Still without a bucket. Knocks down the triple. Carter against Henderson. On the wing, Grant. There's a screen. Hits the trifecta.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Portland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Clingan. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And that one's good. Laravia. Blazers trail by 3. Henderson, right side. Here's Kamari. For 3, Clingan. Monk grabs the miss. Picked by Sabonis. Monk passes to Sabonis. The 3 is up. Thybulle with the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Kamari. Off target from 3-point range. Sacramento leading by 3. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Laravia passes to Lyles. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Will Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always fought like a head coach.
2 open that time. Made it look easy.
And setting the table for his guys. Sabonis is such a shrewd and cunning distributor.
Clingan's shot is off. Sacramento has gone 7 for 17 from 3-point range so far in this matchup. Monk passes to Lyles. Fires for 3. And Clingan pulls it down. Blazers trail by 6. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lyles. 3-pointer, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Sacramento leading by 6. Pass to Monk. Back to Lyles. From behind the arc. He drops it from range.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that. The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Kings. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. LaRavia passes to Sabonis. There's a screen. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Blazers trail by 6. From downtown, another 3 for Portland.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Carter against Henderson. Pass to LaRavia. There's the 3. Gets the 3-ball to go. LaRavia's got 9 points now in the quarter.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead by tacking on that extra point at the end of possessions. Back after this. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You'll stand in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick. Bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Blazers trail by 6. Simons outside. Ayton with a screen. The 3. And it's Simons missing. Well, the Kings shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Sabonis, the pass to Ellis. From deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Kings.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Fantastic decision-making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Murray, a screen on Simons. Ellis, good. Ellis has got his second basket of the night.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The Kings lead by 6, and the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level. Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Simons finds Avdia. Here's the pick. Here's Kamari, defended by DeRozan. Pass to Avdia. Here's the 3. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. DeRozan for 3, and Ayton pulls it down.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
The Kings have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Pass to Ellis. Launches a 3. Portland with a rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Right side Sharp. And stolen by Murray. On the wing, DeRozan. No one near him. Chalk up 2 there. DeRozan's got 5 points.
Oh, the lost art of the mid-range jumper. DeRozan dialing it in. Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Sabonis with it. Avdia picks him up. From the arc. Sabonis can't hit. Blazers trail by 11. It's Sharp with the drive. Here's Ayton. LaVine with a steal. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Knocks it down from distance.
Nice move by Levine. Hard to contest someone's pull-up when they get so high off the floor.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. There's Simons with a three. Ellis with a rebound. Ellis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Sabonis with a screen on Avdia. Levine against Avdia. Levine passes to Ellis. Clock at 6. Let's go with a three. Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got rebound number 8 now. Three-pointer sharp. Rebound by Sacramento. They've led by as many as 14. Back to Sabonis. Over Avdia. Sabonis can't hit.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Pass to Avdia. From deep. Sinks the tray. Avdia's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Now Levine. That shot is off. And so it's Sacramento finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Jeremy Grant out there with Williams. Then there's Delano Banton. Then there's Klingon. And it's Henderson in at the 1. Now here's Valanciunas. Pass to Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Gets rebounded by Grant.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easier.
Here's Banton. Off target from outside. The Kings lead by 5. Ellis passes to Valanciunas. He shoots a 3. Williams grabs the board. Portland has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. For 3, Klingon sends it home from three-point land.
Talk about stepping up. I mean, that is a huge three-pointer.
Well, guys who can make big shots at the end of games have become a necessity.
Monk passes to Laravia. Monk, a screen on Williams. Back to Monk. Puts up a 3. Hits a three-pointer. And the Kings lead by 5.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's Valanciunas who brings up the ball for the Kings. Hey, from beyond the arc. That shot off. Blazers trail by 5. And here's Grant from the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound. The Kings have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Laravia. No good on the triple. The Trailblazers have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Levine, that one's good. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Sacramento?
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
The Trailblazers shooting just around 32% from the field. Grant's shot is off.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Here's Ellis. Off target from three-point range. Blazers trail by 10. Pass to Klingon. Can they get it? Rebound by Sacramento. Here's Ellis. Knocks down the long J. Ellis has got 5 points in the quarter. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? Don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. But, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, Coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
You can see that this is how dominant Klingon can be. And when he's hot like this, it's wise to keep feeding.
Pass to LaRavia. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Grant. Blazers trail by 7.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts.
And the Kings shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. The three from Valanciunas. That one doesn't drop. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend. Trying to end this thing with some big threes, but the accuracy just isn't there tonight.
And another miss by Sacramento. So it's Portland now.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
Klingon's shot is off. Here's LaRavia, defended by Henderson. And it's LaRavia missing. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon.
Kings ball. Substituting on the court.
And so it's Sacramento with the W. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory, but a win's a win.
love sharing the wealth out there.
And you gotta love it, Kevin. As a player, it's always great to see a team functioning as a unit. Fans love to see everyone get involved.
Let's take a look at our starters from Portland. Andre Ayton out there with Avdia. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. Now here's Butler. Outside Curry. Buries the long-range jumper.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
And here's Portland. Sharp on the wing. Outside, Simons takes the 3. And Moody pulls it down. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. Now, he highlighted the problems that come along with facing a center like DeAndre Ayton. Coach said DeAndre impacts the game on both ends of the floor. He can score inside, shoot the mid-range jumper, and defensively, he can protect the rim and switch out on the perimeter. Certainly a talented young center. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's Simons missing. Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Curry kicks to Green. There's a screen. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
An absolute problem in these pick and rolls. Green can beat you with either his passing or his scoring ability.
Here's Avdia, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And a deep 3 from Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Simons from outside. Portland no good that time either. Golden State's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Looney passes to Green. And he drives in. Curry on the wing. Outside Butler for the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And that's an encouraging sign from Butler. He's a capable three-point shooter. He's just very selective.
Back to Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for 3. Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense. But what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can do what he does the way he does it. And especially effective when he's hitting the 3 ball, stretching the floor, allowing for more space for his shooters.
On a heel, he's checked in for the Warriors. And here are the Warriors now. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. From deep. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Ayton sets the pick for Avdia. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Moody with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Moody's shot is off.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Simons kicks to Grant. The 3. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Butler, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. Simons, the pass to Avdia. Simons with the screen for Avdia. Connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Healed from outside. Looney passes to Butler. Avdia against Green. Here's Looney. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Hield sinks the triple.
This is what Hield does. Exceptional at spacing the court with his three-point shooting.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Hield. It could go. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second quarter. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. And stolen by Thybulle. Henderson, no good.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they just given away.
Payton's shot is off. Portland trailing here. And they're on the break. It's stolen by Hield. It's deflected. And stolen by Thybulle. Lets the 3 fly. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Warriors shooting 33% for the night. That's a big throw on their side right now. Payton kicks to Curry. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Curry's got 9.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Over to the left wing. Here's Kamare. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Warriors leading by 4. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Curry dishes to Kuminga. Kuminga, screen on Henderson. Curry can't get it to go. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Henderson kicks to Thybulle. Misses the 3. Warriors have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. They kick out to Hield. Outside Curry. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Curry with another miss.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Kuminga the pass to Curry. Payton looking it over. Pass to Jackson Davis. Klingon with the steal. And stolen by Payton. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Oh,
That should not be legal. Never seen it.
Whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And it's Klingon with the jam.
And what a setup for Klingon, who just has to reach up to throw down that lob.
Warriors leading by 4. Outside Curry. Hield from outside. And the 3 ball is good. Hield's got 6 points.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Henderson with it. Outguarded by Hield. Back to Henderson. It's stolen by Hield. Curry outside. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 4th rebound in this one. He takes it in. Kept alive. Here's Kamare. Drills the three-pointer. Kamare's got his second bucket of the night.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
Stephen Curry, what a shooter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Warriors leading by 7. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Kevin Knox is checked in for Golden State. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Andre Ayton's checked in for Klingon. Avdia comes in for Jeremy Grant. Sharp's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Simons in for Henderson. Here's Kamare. It's good from long range. Kamare's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
4 seconds left. It's Curry with the drive.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
And so it's the Golden State. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Stephen Curry's out there with Moses Moody. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. Now, here's Green, Looney. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Simons against Curry. Launches it. Here's Avdia. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors leading by 7. Pass to Looney. There's the triple. And the Warriors miss again. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Portland no good that time either. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Butler loves the three-point look. Every year, Craig, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. And Portland has possession after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Here's Sharp. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sharp's got 9 points.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Simons against Curry. Fires away from way outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. Avdia's got his 5th rebound in this one. Sharp on the wing. And the 3 off target.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And the Warriors miss again.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Looney. There's Green with the three. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Trailblazers trail by 7. Outside, Avdia. With the fadeaway. Doesn't go for him. The Warriors shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And Green gets it to go.
Green's floor stretching ability, one of the things that makes this offense so dynamic.
Now, here's Sharp. Defended by Moody. And finished off by Avdia.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's Kamara. Hits the three-point bomb. Now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those 3s coming. There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. The answer, Jimmy Butler.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
He finds Looney. With 4 seconds on the clock, they kick it out to Green. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The third quarter comes to a close. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Avdia. He's out there with Ayton, and it's Sharp in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Payton after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Floats it up for Curry. Here's Sharp to tie it up. Good on the triple. Sharp's got the game tied up here for Portland.
And an exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Just lost his head out there. It's pushing a little too hard.
Kevin Knox, the second. Spencer.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Rupert. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Sharp on the wing to take the lead. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as much as 10.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Personal foul.
Here's Rupert. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Outside, Payton hits it from three-point range. Payton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Here's Sharp. Pass to Ayton. Sharp with it. Fires from deep. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And the dime going to Ayton, expanding the passing part of his game.
Spencer, the pass to Knox. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To take the lead. Trailblazers keep it alive. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Here's the screen. Some nice passing by Golden State. Three-pointer heel. Rupert grabs the board. The Trailblazers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth of 9.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Simons, he's jacked in for the Trailblazers. Moody's shot is off. And for Portland, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Golden State's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Looney. Fires the 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 3. A three-pointer, no good. Golden State's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Curry on the wing. Defended by Avdia. There's the pick. Here's the 3. The shot by Curry, no good.
Another miss from him, struggling to find his rhythm.
And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Three-pointer. Curry. Oh, what else is new?
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
A nice shot by Simons.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
To the left wing, Moody. Another 3 for Golden State.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach.
Now, here's Sean. For 3. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, you got to love the back and forth action we're witnessing here right now. I mean, the crowd's going crazy. One moment for 1 3-pointer, then they come right back and boom, another. Boy, this is starting to get real.
Great open look there. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Simons from outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They've led by as much as 10. The drive by Green. Butler finds Curry. Puts up a deep 3. Offline. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Thanks so much, David. And that about wraps it up.
game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Let's check out Sacramento's starting lineup. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point. Here's Ellis. Launches it. Podziemski grabs the board. Here's Golden State. Curry passes to Green. Fires the three. Drills it from deep.
Smarts there shown by Draymond Green. Realized it was his turn to fire one up. Cashes in.
Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
The message that he sent to his team is that they need to be laser focused on DeMar DeRozan. He told me DeRozan can expect to see plenty of double teams. He said if they're going to beat us tonight, DeMar's not going to be the guy to do it. And of course, DeMar may have something to say about that. We'll find out. Back over to you.
Allie, thank you. Sacramento has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, retaliation there as Butler's competitiveness flaring up as he answers from the arc.
DeRozan for three. First shot won't go. The Warriors have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Podziemski. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Murray.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
The three is up. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray showing he's a capable shooter.
Here's Podziemski. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Shot by LaVine, no good. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Warriors. 3-point lead. Curry passes to Butler. Back to Curry. Outside Moody. Shot clock at 6. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
So much attention on Steph that really opens up the floor.
Man, here's Sabonis outside. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. The Warriors lead by 6. It's Podziemski on the wing. They set the pick. The three. Another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Really left him alone that time.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience in Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
Now here's Green. This one for 3. Curry, no good. Kings trail by 6. Outside LaVine. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Green.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
46 seconds left now in the first quarter. Curry with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Back to Moody. Murray against Curry. Over Murray. That won't go either for Curry. Sabonis right side. DeRozan looks it over. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ellis. Fires from deep. And he can't get that one. Green with the defensive effort. And here's Curry for three. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that does it for the first quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Curry and Heel to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And Brent, the Kings have the pieces to compete and finally creating some stability.
Yeah, after that 16-year playoff absence, just being a factor in the West has Sacramento and their fans really, really exciting. Again, the pieces are there. Will they push it this year to get back in the mix?
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Carter. He's scoreless. Sabonis, the pass to Monk. Over Heel. And it falls all over the rim and in.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Pass to Heel. Shot to stop the run. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Sabonis with a screen on Curry. Carter from outside. Warriors with the rebound.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Heel, the screen on Carter. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Here's Lyles. 4-3. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Takes the 3. Kuminga's shot is off. The Kings have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's Monk. Gets it to go from the corner. Monk's got 7.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Knocks down the triple. Looking at lineups around the league, Graham, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work on tracking the foul. He'll shoot 3.
Sacramento shooting their first free throws here for the night. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Now here's Podziemski. He has 6. Moody from outside. Counted from distance. He's got 6.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Here's Levine for 3. Connects from downtown. And the Kings lead by 4.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And here's Butler outside. DeMar DeRozan grabs a miss. The Kings lead by 4. Valanciunas sets a screen. Lets the 3 fly. And another Sacramento 3.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
They set a pick. And here's Butler outside. Valanciunas with a rebound.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
From the baseline. He can't get that one to fall.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play. That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Here's Ellis. 6 points for him. Levine feeling it out a bit. From deep. Kept alive by Sacramento. Lets it go from deep. And Zach Levine from deep.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Here's Butler. Pass to Green. Outside for Butler. Got it up. Oh, what an incredible end to the corner. Wow. Incredible. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Zach Levine with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Taking a look at Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach Levine, then it's Domantas Sabonis, and it's Ellis in at the 1. What a rookie year for Brandon Podziemski. A seamless transition into the league.
You talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. And that's some heady play for a rookie. Podziemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, but always willing to make the next play.
Here's Levine. Picked by Murray. Fires the 3. Ellis's shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Outside Podziemski. For the lead. Rebound by Sacramento. Murray's got 4 rebounds now. Sabonis with a screen on Curry. Pass to Levine. The 3-ball. Levine lets it fly from the corner.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Takes a 3. And again, no good by Golden State. Sacramento leading by 4. Murray scanning the floor. 3-pointer. Warriors with the rebound.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Sacramento has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the third quarter. Moody from outside. Ooh, the smooth 3 from Moody.
Just a great setup there. You can see how Jimmy Butler enjoys making plays.
Outside Levine. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Butler. Butler's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Curry for 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got rebound number 7 tonight. The 3 from DeRozan. That one falls. Nice feed from Sabonis. DeRozan's got himself on the board with a 3 there. And you look at the Kings spread. They've had several name changes over the years of their franchise.
Yeah, before becoming the Sacramento Kings, they were the Rochester Royals, and then the Cincinnati Royals, and then the Kansas City Kings, and then all of a sudden, let's get to the West Coast, and here comes the state capital of Sacramento. It's not really affected the winning, though, has it?
Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Takes the 3. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 7 rebounds in the game. For the lead. Outside Moody. Curry, a screen on DeRozan. Moody passes to Curry. A deep three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. And so Sabonis will bring it up for the Kings. It's a 1-point game. Back to DeRozan. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Right wing. Here's Ellis. Three-pointer off the mark. And the Warriors shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Pass to Curry. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Kings.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Ellis. And another miss by Sacramento. And the Warriors shooting 34% thus far in this game. Green with the ball. Checked by Murray. And here's Butler outside. DeMar DeRozan grabs the miss. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Levine for three. Oh, that was a bomb from Levine.
Yeah, this is an unbelievable performance from Levine. His offensive skill set is amazing.
And again, no good by Golden State.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And Sabonis gets it to go.
Incredible. He will hit that from another time zone.
Outside for Butler. Back to Curry. It'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Sacramento closing out the quarter.
It's the
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so it's Golden State with it. They trail by 7. We've got Brandon Pajemski, Green out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Santos in at point guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Pass to Green. And here's Pajemski. Butler, a screen on Monk. Golden State needs to get off a shot. The shot by Butler, no good.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
Here's Ellis. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Over to the left wing. Here's Knox. This one for three. And the three-pointer goes. Knox has got his first 3 points of the game.
Knox. Who's there? Kevin for three.
Outside Monk. Pass to Lyles. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Green. Green's got rebound number 11. Here's Santos. Green with a screen on Valanciunas. It's kept alive. Outside Pajemski. On the wing, Green. Out to the right wing. Nails it from three. Knox has got 6 points in the quarter.
Like it when you fire into a teammate who's ready to shoot, and Kevin Knox was.
Monk for three. Hits the trifecta.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Green. Pass to Knox. Outside for Butler. There's the triple. 4-3. Oh, Butler with the confidence from the perimeter.
I don't think there's a moment on the floor that Jimmy Butler does not feel the utmost confidence.
Lyles a screen. Outside Levine. Here's Lyles. Butler covering. It's Monk on the wing. With the fadeaway. And right on target. That one's good. And the Kings lead by 3.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Here's Knox. Back to Pajemski. Pass to Butler to tie it up. And the Warriors with another three.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Ellis. And another Sacramento three.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Now here's Butler. Fires from deep. Valanciunas with a rebound.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Lyles a screen. Here's Ellis. No good from outside.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Outside for Green. Pass to Knox. Beyond the arc. Hauled in by the Kings. Outside Monk. Launches it. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
You got to keep that head up, and Levine knows that. Able to hit his man in stride there.
Knox the pass to Butler. Lets the three fly, and it's good. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
Kevin knocks it down. Wow.
Levine way outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Golden State. Butler passes to Knox. And he sinks it. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Santos. There's a screen. Here's Knox to take the lead. Off target from downtown. The Kings call timeout.
Substitution on the court.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it.
Man, the score being this close, you have to retain possession of the ball. You just can't give it away like that.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances.
There.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.